High school football ruled the late 1940s, with amazing parochial teams like Flint St. Michael's, Bay City St. Joe's, and the Bulldogs of Saginaw St. Andrews.
We had so many players. I think every man or boy went out for football at St. Andrews because it was just a great prestige to be on the football team there, and you could go all around town and everybody would recognize you.
That was football that had a competition more ferocious than I had ever seen, at least in high school. Those parishes really battled it out. They were not very kind to each other, and I said, oh my, this is not a very Christian attitude. Ha, ha, ha.
Their attitude, combined with an innovative coach, led the Bulldogs to 27 consecutive victories, the second longest string in state history at the time.
We have to give credit to Frank Brogger because he changed the football in those years. Prior to his V formation, it was a single wing in the T formation, and we beat teams that, well, I guess, we beat a lot of teams that we shouldn't have beaten.
St. Andrews was interesting because of the V formation that the Brogers introduced, and it was a really flashy type thing with a side saddle quarterback, and the fullback was really up close.
That was so unique. It was similar to the Notre Dame box formation back when they had that, so it was different.
The fast-striking Bulldog squad scored 13 touchdowns on their first play from scrimmage in 18 games during those 2 years. They pounded rival Saints Peter and Paul 51-0.
The game that's probably that stands out most in my mind of all 3 years was the St. Michael's of Flint, and that was only about, as I recall, Al, our second game, and they were really good. And we won 13-6. And one of the backs, a fellow by the name of Mike Goggins, and he went on to star at the University of Detroit to the point that they retired his jersey.
He had to have more than just the V formation. It had to be the defense. And you reflect back at there, what a coach could do.
He had so many plays there that was so fake the guys out all the time. As an end, I'd be standing alone all the time because of the plays that he had. He had such great imagination.
Frank's brother Joe would take the team in 1949, amassing 332 points and allowing only 32. They outscored their opponents 978 to 125.
The opposition never knew where that ball was, and obviously the blocking schemes were such that they had a lot of they're scoring 45-0. There's many games that they scored, and the opponents never got a score on it.
Halfback fullback Pat Brady, a member of all 3 teams, received honorable mention All-America honors in 1949 by the Wigwam Wiseman of America for scoring 18 touchdowns and 13 PATs for 121 total points.
We had some great athletes in those 3 years. We had an excellent coach, and we were a bunch of guys that were determined to win.
Al went on to play professional baseball with the Philadelphia Phillies, and while most of the team are now successful business and family men, there are those who wish for football the way it was played by the Bulldogs.
I've watched kids play, and they just don't seem to have the heart that St. Andrews did. The Bulldogs, with that Notre Dame fight song. That would just, it sends chills up my spine today.